You ever notice how the worst battles of your life sneak up on you, right where you swore you'd find peace? The lake was supposed to be my sanctuary, 30 years tangled up in city concrete, fighting blueprints and office politics. I just wanted silence. The kind you earn, the kind you can only find where dawn fog slides in like a blanket and the world stops bothering you for a minute. The day I found that property, it was pure accident. A for sale sign half swallowed by weeds on the side of a gravel road. An old house slouching like it had stories to tell. Porch begging for a rocking chair, land rolling down to a dock that looked like it might fall apart if you sneezed too loud. I paid cash, rolled up my sleeves, spent months sanding, hammering, cursing, and grinning my reward for 3 decades of chasing someone else's definition of success. Across the lake, past the cattails and willow shadows, was Lake Haven Estates, a grid of perfect lawns, mailboxes lined up like soldiers, all buttoned down by the Lake Haven Association, otherwise known as the local HOA. I figured whatever their side, my side, no reason we couldn't get along, so long as they left me to my coffee canoes and the slow unfurling of retirement. But you know how it goes. HOAs don't like fences real or imagined. My first warning came tucked in my mailbox. No stamp, no return, just some crisp Arial font like someone's computer had gotten self-important. Dear neighbor, your dock hasn't been approved. Please contact the board. I laughed, tossed it in the fireplace, figured maybe some retiree ran out of Sudoku puzzles. That's when Laura Hensley showed up, pastel yoga pants, binder hugged to her side, like a shield smile so sharp it could slice bread. We'll need to inspect your dock for community standards, she chirped as if I was about to host her bake sale. There's a big HOA event coming, so we'll need shoreline access. I said, as nice as I could muster, Laura, this ain't your HOA, it's my land. Always has been. Her smile just flickered more of a dare than a conversation. Lakefront owners share stewardship, she insisted, like reciting gospel. I just laughed. That dock was older than her entire neighborhood. She tried to play it cool, said, cooperation is better than conflict. Refusing access could escalate things. I said, and trespassing could escalate things too. She backed off, boots crunching down my drive, but you could tell she wasn't done just sizing me up. For a while after the peace turned cold, cars started cruising slow windows down strangers with clipboards snapping photos. I caught one guy, cargo shorts, HOA sticker on his sedan, jumping in his car and peeling out like he'd seen a ghost. Next mailbox drop. Failure to comply may result in further action. Yeah, that happened, I snapped. Dug out my deed, every survey and legal scrap I had, no mention of Lake Haven, no easement, nothing. I hammered up 2 big red-lettered signs, private property dock not for public use. But clarity's lost on some folks. 2 days later, a couple waltzed through my yard with paddleboards all friendly. We're heading to the HOA event. They said we could use your dock. I pointed at the sign. They lied. Want a dock? Ask Laura to build one. Then Laura showed up with her posse, 10 deep, yacht club, casual, planning out tables and tents like my yard was hers. I stepped out from the shed, arms folded. Unless you're renting, turn around. You're trespassing. Laura turned, eyes glittering. The HOA voted to use this shoreline. I laughed, maybe a little too loud. You can vote to annex the moon. Doesn't make it legal. Some guy piped up. Come on, it's just a party. I said, good neighbors don't trespass. They hesitated, hoping I'd blink. I didn't. Laura stormed off muttering about formal channels. But Laura knew how to play chess, not checkers. A week later, code enforcement knocked some anonymous tip about unpermitted dock modifications. I showed him the stamped plans, even a faded photo of the old owner fishing off the same dock 15 years ago. He left apologizing for wasting my time. The same day I get an email, local environmental group accusing me of dumping chemicals. I sent them my receipts, water tests, told them my dirt was cleaner than the salad bar at Whole Foods. But Laura kept coming, so I got creative printed new metal signs, private dock. Access by HOA, approval only. Section 4.7 compliance required. Total fiction and I misspelled association just to watch her twitch. Put up wildlife cameras, one in a birdhouse, one in the shrubs, night vision cellular sync. Then I waited. It took 2 nights. My phone buzzes, motion by the dock. Laura flashlight in one hand, bolt cutters in the other, whispering to some jittery dude. Cut the sign, we'll blame vandals. He hesitated. He's probably got cameras. Laura scoffed. He doesn't even have Wi-Fi. Bless her heart. Next day, I hand the police a crisp HD video trespassing sign, tampering clear as daylight. Officer watches it, mutters, "That's bold." My lawyer, Sarah Sharp, as a tack-dry wit, calls it delicious. She flips through my folder. She's impersonated authority, trespassed, tampered, filed false reports. Only missing arson and a bake sale scam for the HOA trifecta. I'm half laughing, half shaking. We send a cease and desist, certified 15 days to acknowledge my property is not under their jurisdiction. Laura fires off a mass email accusing me of rogue waterfront activity. The phrase makes me snort beer. But things escalate one morning. Deep tire ruts carved through my lawn truck, almost clipped. My dock peeled out. Cameras caught a hooded figure plates covered. I decided to show I wasn't scared. Invited every neighbor, the deputy, even the local fishermen for a cookout. Showed them the camera setup, ate burgers, made it clear I was done being polite. Laura's citation and fine made the rounds. Neighbors laughed. Some sent cookies. A few asked about camera placement. But the HOA wasn't done. They sent a legal letter arguing there was an implied easement. Sarah called howling. They're desperate. We threatened a lawsuit for harassment. Meanwhile, I heard about a tiny triangle of foreclosed lakeside land up for grabs. Adjacent owners got first dibs. I bought it for less than a night in a cheap motel, built a path, set up a bench, and put up a steel sign. Private land access for all lake residents except HOA board. Laminated their photos right there. Entry prohibited for abuse of authority. A tourist's Instagram called me the Petty Lake King. Town folks loved it, even sent thank you notes. Laura. She tried new complaints, zoning, social division, defamation, all shot down. HOA members finally snapped tired of her drama. Some started coming to sit quietly at my bench like they were paying penance. I let them. Then Laura vanished. No more newsletters, no more patrols, just gone. One day a black SUV pulls up 2 guys claiming to be county inspectors. I drowned them in paperwork and lemonade, watched them slink away. That night, the HOA announced leadership restructuring. Laura out, no fanfare, not even a wave goodbye. A handwritten invite from the new board asked me to their first open forum. I went jeans and flannel satin back. When they asked for advice, I just said, "Stop being afraid of folks who don't fit your bylaws." Got a standing ovation. A neighbor later winked. "You shook the lake." I just smiled. Ripples do that. Summer got hot, peaceful for once. I sat on my dock coffee and hand shirt off, feeling like I'd earned every scar. Laura didn't apologize, just disappeared, and I wasn't going to chase her down for closure. I built a little dock extension, hung up a new sign, Lake Haven Extension Private unless invited. You're probably not. Tourists loved it. HOA didn't know whether to laugh or cry. New HOA chair Adam called up, nice kid eager, wanted to make peace. Asked me to join a community event. I said I'd think about it. Took down the old sign with Laura's face, not forgiveness, just a new chapter. Planted a red maple sapling instead, tag read boundaries grow too. At the next lake event, I watched from the fence, kids blowing bubbles, sun on the water, music drifting. Then I saw her, Laura. No clipboard. Just tired, blue dress, staring at the lake. Our eyes met. I raised my beer. She just walked away. No grand showdown, just an ending. Weeks later, a letter and a bag of coffee beans showed up. I overstepped. Thought control meant harmony. I was wrong. Leaving Lake Haven. Do what you will, Laura. I tucked it in my deed folder, a footnote in a war I never wanted. Now the fall festival rolls around. I bring my famous bison chili, lose to a cheater with cider, laugh with kids carving pumpkins, banjo twanging somewhere off key. Somebody slaps my back. You're the dock guy, right? Legend. I just grin. The lake sparkles, my sapling sways, and for the first time in years it feels like the lake belongs to no one and everyone all at once. You tell me, was I right to fight, or did I just stir the pot? Drop your thoughts below, because out here peace is worth arguing for.